He has served the South Valley Unitarian Universalist Society in Cottonwood Heights since 2002. He is also one of the few openly transgendered ministers who has been allowed to serve as a senior minister in any congregation for any denomination in our country. He is also a poet, a blogger, and a father to a 17-year-old son and a 16-year-old daughter. Reverend John.
Thank you, and thank you all for being out here and for having the commitment to come out on a day that's not the most pleasant, but is a powerful day. So thank you. I am both a religious leader and a transgender man. To many, those two things seem to be at odds, but for me, they're deeply intertwined. My faith is at the heart of my story and at the heart of why I am here, looking for common ground with others. Common ground in protecting civil and human rights for people like me. Yeah! When I transitioned 12 years ago, it was not something I did in spite of my faith. It was something I did because of my faith. My faith told me to strive for honesty, wholeness, and health for myself and for all human beings. When I found that the word transgender described me, and that transgender people had history and community, I knew I could no longer live a lie. I knew that my faith called me to live with both integrity and joy. And it meant living honestly as a transgender man. I prayed, I sought counsel of wise leaders, I weighed the risks, and I transitioned. I knew that God wanted me to live and live abundantly. When I say that I weighed the risks, I mean that I had to think about a lot of things. Transgender people are at least 10 times more likely to be murdered than other people. There are only a handful who can find employment in my field or in any other. They're routinely unable to get housing, and there are ongoing issues getting any, let alone adequate health care. Many transgender and gay and lesbian and bisexual people are killed just for who they are. I've been lucky so far. I have a place to live, a job, medical insurance, one understanding doctor, and thus far my life. But the reason I'm here today is that at any minute I could lose any of those things. No one should have to rely on luck for those things. Like every other American, I should be able to rely on the rule of law and the rights that are enshrined for all citizens in our Constitution. Those are the self-interested reasons for me being here, but I have better reasons. I'm here first and foremost as a person of faith who knows that every human being is a child of God and deserves to be treated as a precious part of the human family. I'm here because I know that all faith traditions, even the most conservative, share a message of compassion and justice for all people. Every major religious tradition includes commands, not suggestions, to care for the weak, the downtrodden, the widow, the orphan. That is the common ground on which we stand and from which we can move forward together. Of course, when I tell you that, I'm simply preaching to the choir. So let me speak directly to those who are not here, who don't know what to think, who worry that to support this initiative would mean giving up something of their belief in order or morality. To them, I say this. Supporting this initiative does not require that you say that being gay is okay. It requires that you say that discrimination, hatred, and prejudice are wrong. It requires that you gather your moral courage and say, I will stand for justice for all, because I know that every child of God, while imperfect, is precious. I will take my stand on the side of love, because God is love. To take this stand may well be a risk, but you have always known that your faith will require you to take risks. To take this stand may well make you unpopular, but those who have stood up for what is right have often been unpopular. You may risk the comfort of fitting in, avoiding conflict, or remaining silent. But in return, you will know that you chose to stand up and say no to hatred, to discrimination, and to prejudice. You will know that you chose love over fear. My friends, I believe that this great state is full of people that know that prejudice and discrimination are wrong. I believe that there are politicians in this state house who know that the ideals of democracy, the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are vital to the health of this state and the kind of people we want to be. I believe that the era of discrimination, hatred, and prejudice is coming to a close. It is my great hope that Utah will take the opportunity to surprise the world by leading the way. We have a chance, by adopting these statutes that make up the Common Ground Initiative, to tell the world that here in Utah, we have grown to understand that the law is not a tool to punish, but an instrument to protect our commitments to justice, to liberty, and to the ever-present, all-encompassing presence of love. Let us show the world that we in Utah have found common ground on which to stand, a commitment to peace, hope, faith, and justice for all. That is my hope and prayer. May it be so. Amen.
I would like to personally thank Reverend Sean for those inspired words.